Good morning. Actually, it's not morning anymore. It's actually just in the afternoon. And we are going to go ahead and get our gym session in. We've got push today. And we're going to see how it goes. My gym partner can't join me today because she is sick. It's possible that she got the same thing that I had. So we're kind of coming off of that. If I'm a little sniffly, that's why. I just worked through the chest and up through the face. Anyways, this is exciting because we have finally decided that this year is going to be the year that we go through a prep and do at least 2 shows. So right now we're in the pre-prep phase, which is a thing. I will talk more about it later. For now, my toes are absolutely freezing, so I need to go in and get warmed up, hopefully do some stretches. I've got to pick up the kiddo soon at 3, so I've got about 2.5 hours to get this in, which should be easy to do if I just stay on top of my stuff, keep my head down, and get it done. So I'm really excited to have you guys on this journey with me because I have been waiting for this for so long, the better part of a decade, and we are finally there. We're finally there. Okay, so I'll see you in the gym. done at the gym just in time to go pick up the little one and then get on with our Friday. I'm not sure what else is going on today. I don't think anything interesting. On Friday, generally, this is about the most exciting thing, which is the fact that it is a Friday and it's not the rest of the week. So I'll catch you in a little bit. I'm picking up the pudding. Here she comes. You want me to pull closer? Here she is. She's excited. It's Friday. Oh, yeah?
Hi. We had another gathering.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and guess what?
What?
Oh, I got the prize.
Oh.
I got one of the otter tokens.
I need to pull away here.
Cute butt. Please.
I mean, you've got a cute butt, too.
Yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Yeah, but he's just
Hi.
cuter.
Hi, puppy.
His butt is fluffier.
Well, we just got home. I came into the office here to sit down and talk. I've got company, but otherwise I wanted to talk about pre-prep and what that is, what the time frame we're looking at is going to be, and how we got here. So, first off, if you don't know me, which is funny to say, that nobody watches these at this point. This is all for fun. So, hi, if you are here, thank you for being here. A pre-prep is going to be let me just go ahead and start from the beginning, okay? So ever since little one there was born, I had been on a journey to kind of get my body back to where I wanted it to be, because I was out of control. It was about when she was 6 months old that I decided that I'm going to get things back under control, because I really hated the way I looked, hated the way I felt, and I just felt out of control, and I needed to get it back under wraps. So around that time, I was probably around 240 pounds. I don't know, I didn't step on a scale at that time. I just know that when I did start stepping on a scale, like at a doctor's office, it was upwards 220 and higher, depending. And that begun the journey of doing everything I could to figure out how to lose weight, change the shape of my body, feel better, have more energy, and just generally feel like more human and enjoying life. So that was back in 2015, and it is 2023 now, currently. It's February 2023, okay? I didn't actually start seeing success until 2019. So I did spend 4 to 5 years-ish trying and failing horribly, in fact going backwards oftentimes, so it was very frustrating. And I was doing everything I could figure out to get there, trying all the named diets, trying a ton of cardio, trying lifting heavy, trying all of them at the same time, going vegan, cutting out dairy and gluten, all of these things except for a few things. I did try some meal planning and prepping and timing, intermittent fasting. I tried some MLMs, and it just wasn't getting me where I needed to go. Okay, and I know that there was one day that I was extremely frustrated. We went out to a pool and with my sister and her friend, and they wore one-piece bathing suits. Okay, and I hadn't bought a bathing suit in ages, and I ended up wearing a 2-piece, and it really stuck with me when my sister's friend had told me that I was brave for wearing a 2-piece like that in the current state that my body was in. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to compete someday. I'm going to be a bikini competitor, because I hate this feeling of feeling shameful and gross in what I was wearing. I just don't think people should feel that way about themselves. And I wanted to fix it. I needed to find a way to fix it. And I'd already been trying. I'd been trying for a long time. And so now, following that, I did end up hiring a competitor coach in 2019. And you'll see that footage. There is stuff on that way back in 2018, 2019. I was making videos back then. They're not very good, but it's there if you want to have a point of reference on where I was versus where I am now. And that that helped me put me on the right track, but there are some things that still were holding me back from my full potential. Okay, we'll get into that another time. But basically now, since then I've switched coaches, training is different, and we have accomplished a plan now for actual prep. I didn't know back in the day whether or not I was actually going to compete, and now I have decided because I actually feel ready. I actually look and have the knowledge and the confidence that I feel like I can execute it and execute it well. So that is what we are going to do. So from 2019 into early 2019 to the fall of 2020, I lost about 50, 60 pounds. And then, because my goal was 160, and I hit that goal in September of 2020. Okay? And I coasted there for a while. And then I ended up dipping down like another 10 pounds at some point when it really got down to it. But then I had a job switch, and life got hectic, and it just stopped being a huge priority. And I just wasn't a fan of the way that coach, despite sticking with them throughout that whole process, I still wasn't following strictly what they were giving me because what they were giving me wasn't working for me. So I changed it up a bit to get myself on track. I learned a lot by simply taking what they had given me and started adding my own twist to it so that it fit what I needed to get where I wanted to go. And then I realized, like, that's not what I need a coach for. I don't want to actually get to a point where they're like, yeah, okay, cool, let's do a prep. And then I realized that is not what I want out of a coach, because I have not actually achieved what I have by following exactly what they gave me. You need to trust your coach. You need to trust the process, and you need to stick with it. And that's not where we were at. So I needed a new coach. And I did find a new coach, and that was about a year ago. I decided to start working with Chad. He's a natural bodybuilding physique coach, and he also works with the company that I work with as a personal trainer, because that's what I do now. The last couple of years I've been personal training, and now we are going to go ahead and plan for the fall of this year. It is February right now, so that gives us solid, if we're looking at, there's one show in October I really want to compete in, and that's in October. So we're looking at a good 6-month time frame, and that means that we have plenty of time. We're at a good spot right now to coast and plan and pre-prep for prep. That's what a pre-prep is, where you are at a good spot mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, to start planning for a prep. And then you can start slowly making small shifts and changes as you go, so that you're not diving into a prep with extreme changes, and then it can often lead to extra stress that just doesn't need to happen. So the more time that you have, the more time you've put into things, the better off you're going to be. And that's where I'm at. I've spent 8 years now generally preparing for this season, because I'm intending to compete in at least, the goal is 2 or 3 shows. 2 might be the more realistic, but I'd love to go for 3. It just depends on the traveling, where it's going to be, how they line up. It's a little too far out now with dates, because they don't solidify the dates until you get closer to the actual show. So right now we are kind of coasting where we're at, maintaining a bit, and then we're going to slowly reverse, go into slowly getting into doing more slow fat loss, probably. I don't know. We'll see. It could change. Really just depends. Right now, we've just hammered in that we know we're doing the fall, and we'll go from there. So, I just have to stick on my training, stick on my food, and execute. Do as well as I can. Because there's always going to be somebody working harder than you. But at the end of the day, I don't really care about winning. I've never been a competitive person in the essence of like, oh, I'm better than you. I more so like the idea of competing against yourself and going against each other. And that is something that really inspires me about the bodybuilding community, is that it is so much more than simply trying to be the best out of the people there. It is more so about each season, each show, each year, each time you come up. You just want to improve yourself, okay? Improve your habits, improve your strategy, understanding yourself a little better. It's beautiful, okay? So that's what I'd like to get into. That is our pre-prep. So I'd like to start kind of documenting things going through this year, because it's going to be exciting. I've been amping up for this for a long time, and it's about time. It's about time, you'd think, okay? So we'll bring things back from the dead. I'll see what else I come up with. I'd like to go over my food, add some things for you guys in terms of training, what can help you with your own personal fitness journey and fat loss journey, feeling better, your own fulfillment journey, body fulfillment, food fulfillment, movement fulfillment. And, you know, feel free, if you liked what you saw here and you want to see what's coming up next, feel free to like and subscribe so I know that you like it and you want to see more. If you don't like it, feel free to dislike it. Otherwise, if there's something that you want to see, feel free to comment down below. Let me know. Leave an emoji to let me know you made it to the end. Because I've done a lot of talking right here, but I hope you enjoyed this week's training snippets and a peek into my daily life. And next time, we'll go ahead and probably talk more a bit where my food is and where I plan to take it. Okay? So, thanks so much. We'll see ya later. I need a shower. Your girl need a shower. We're a mess. We're a mess. Let's shower.